One of the first steps the Peaky Blinders movie needs to take is reversing one event from the TV finale. The Peaky Blinders TV ending saw Thomas Shelby, Cillian Murphy, finally preparing for his death, as Dr. Halford had convinced him he had tuberculoma. In the last-minute plot twist, it's revealed that Halford was working for Oswald Mosley, Sam Claflin, who'd orchestrated a plot to have Tommy take his own life, which almost worked. There's thematic value to the vague Peaky Blinders ending, suggesting that the next leg of Tommy's journey will see him embrace altruistic values. In 2024, the Peaky Blinders movie was finally confirmed, set to bring now Oscar winner Cillian Murphy back for one last ride as Tommy. The film is set to begin shooting in September and will reportedly be an action-packed, cinematic conclusion to the main saga before the Peaky Blinders franchise branches out with various spin-off series. While Season 6 saw Tommy concluding his affairs with Michael Gray, there are still some stones left unturned, including the arrival of Duke Shelby and the ostracization of Finn Shelby. In a grander sense, World War II is also about to occur, with Oswald Mosley still running rampant. Peaky Blinders Season 6 ending left the Shelbys thinking Tommy was going to die. Tommy already hosted his goodbye dinner in the Season 6 finale. When the Shelby family was last seen in the Peaky Blinders family, Tommy shared his parting words at an awkward family gathering. He concluded many of his affairs in the expectation of his death, setting his family on his intended pathway in his absence. However, the ending left Tommy alive, and it will be interesting to see how this plays out. There's the possibility that he could remain in the shadows, operating under the guise of death, though Dr. Halford could likely gather that he wouldn't have gone through with ending his life. Tommy leaves his family to go in isolation, not wanting them to see him deteriorate due to tuberculoma. He also detonated his massive country estate to make room for an affordable housing structure. He never explicitly says to his family in this scene that he's going off to die, but there's an implied finality to it. The scene has several metaphorical comparisons to the Last Supper, with Tommy discovering the betrayal of Halford and returning to his caravan to find it burning, implying that his old life has died. The white horse then represents his resurrection. The Peaky Blinders movie story means Tommy Shelby must reveal he's still alive. Tommy has to put the team together for war in the Peaky Blinders movie. Peaky Blinders gang walking in the alley. Creator Stephen Knight described the film as full-on Peaky Blinders at war, implying that the family will come together to have a climactic confrontation with their enemies. Many Peaky Blinders characters should return for the movie, including figures like Finn and Gina Gray, Anya Taylor-Joy, but they might not be the central antagonists. Oswald Mosley seems like the most likely candidate for the movie's antagonist, and it could line up well with real-life history. Since Tommy has seemingly put killing behind him, his goal in the film could be to arrest Mosley. The premise of the movie could be Tommy bringing the family together for their last ride, with him formulating a plan and sequentially bringing more of his family into the fold. Outside of Cillian Murphy, the film's cast hasn't been made official, but it seems likely that the main cast would be reprising their roles. Arthur Shelby, Paul Anderson, seems like the most vital candidate to be Tommy's partner in crime, helping him conclude whatever conflicts they embarked on together decades prior. What will the war be in the Peaky Blinders movie? With World War II breaking out, Tommy could aid Churchill in bringing down Mosley. The Peaky Blinders at war, quote, could see the family taking on conflicts on multiple fronts. Duke Shelby could fulfill his father's footsteps by leading a section of the Peaky Blinders against Finn's attempt at revenge. Meanwhile, Tommy could focus on assisting Winston Churchill in gathering evidence on Oswald Mosley, leading to his arrest in 1940, which could tie the show's events to real-life history. In real life, Mosley's arrest came only weeks after Churchill became Prime Minister. In real life, Mosley was spied on by MI5 as the British government was concerned about him being able to sway the public toward fascism. His dangerous charisma has already been depicted in horrifying scenes in Peaky Blinders, hosting rallies years before the war. Tommy could become a part of the spying process, though, for the purposes of the Peaky Blinders movie, the arrest could be dramatized for more action if the film decides to take that route.